So if you were a hooker, Jamie and Chase, what kind of hooker would you be? What would all of the above?
The economy is tight, so I would want to appeal to as wide an audience. So I would probably be like middle America, like dads that only got 30 minutes in between getting to work, like just a real quick little handy in the front seat, and then they're off. Like,
And
I
you
gotta
be a
go.
wide hooker.
Oh, okay. Well, in the holiday spirit, I don't know if I would be a hooker, but I'm definitely a ho ho ho.
Okay.
So you know I got to lean in.
Yes, honey, this is the one, the only breakdown for the Real Housewives of Miami that matters. It's the lean. It's me, Cortez, and Jamie, and it's time to lean in, bitch. And in the spirit of Marisol, grab your best cocktail and try not to slur your speech because we're going to get into episodes 5 and 6. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. I got on my, I said I would be a disco groove girl.
Oh,
I love it.
I
I
went to a
love it.
party this weekend, and so I'm still feeling the Christmas groove. So
yeah.
this is my alternative look for that party that I went to and then wear this outfit. So
I love
Okay.
the multiculturalism with the hair and then the Feliz Navidad, like
Afro
both
Latina,
representing
Afro
the
Latina.
whole
Ah!
diaspora. I love
She's
it.
Larsa.
Like it's Larsa.
Larsa is not Afro Latina. That's a joke, you guys. I asked, but I was
Okay,
joking.
don't
I
get
knew
us.
she wasn't Afro Latina, but I just want it was funny. I'm sorry. Okay, whatever. Go ahead, Jamie. I'm sorry.
I'm good. Hi. How are y'all? Good to see y'all.
Hey, child. How you doing?
This hat is not staying. I tried to pin it, so just bear with me. It's here. Okay.
All right. Well, all right, Ashley Darby, hold on to your afro because we're ready to get right on into it. And
Yes,
so we start with
coffee.
episode. We
Coffee and
start.
love. What was her
Okay.
song?
Oh, I try to forget it, honey. I haven't looked at a cup of coffee the same way since. Um, but we're in Miami, and we're going to start off with Julia's daughter, Emma. Excuse me, returning to Miami for the first time in
Hold on,
nearly a
Chase.
year.
Make sure that you know we're doing 5 and 6. For the girls that don't
That's
know,
right.
they look
Because
confused.
I forgot. I was like, her daughter was in this episode.
Yeah, child.
Uh,
My
We
bad.
didn't, we
Yeah.
didn't do 5 last week. We were doubling up today, so that's basically
Okay.
3 months. Not that has been following along. Bear with us. My bad, Chase.
well, and you know what I'm saying. We're going to be doing a bunch of them. So whatever we say, just roll with it. You know
Right.
what I'm
Whatever. Right.
saying? So we're gonna start off at the episode of 5 at the beginning. And Emma visits her mother Julia for the first time in nearly a year after moving to Paris with her dad. And we're getting a lot of split scenes. So while that's going on, Jax's ashes arrive to the home of Lenny and Lisa Hochstein, and they explain. Well, excuse me, we'll get into that in a little bit. However, Lenny is busy with work. So we go back to Julia, and Martina joins Julia and Emma for a meal, and Julia has a meltdown when Emma informs them that she has a scooter license in Paris. Again, Martina and Julia get into yet another heated argument, and Martina seems to be super de duper over Julia. So before we get into Lenny and Lisa, because we haven't gotten there yet, what do we think about Julia? Like, is she a helicopter mom? Is she doing team too much? Is she getting on Martina's nerves? What is the breakdown? What's going on, guys?
I think she is a little bit. I mean, we touched on it last week. Like, I mean, obviously, she went through a traumatic experience with losing one of her children. And so I can only imagine the impact that that has on, like, how you parent. But I think she was a single mother for a while. So any single mom that I know is super protective of all of their kids when it's time to leave the nest. And Martina just wants those kids to fuck out the house.
I agree. I agree. I feel for Julia. I think she's just a very simple woman. She doesn't require much. She has, her happiness, resides in the smallest, like easiest places. Family. She wants kids. I don't. I kind of feel bad for her because, well, for both of them because they really have ended up in a situation to where they're starting to see some incompatibility between each other, and I think that Julia, if she could, she would have another child just to have somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Martina doesn't want to be in the house. She's like my mom and most black parents. They be like, "Child, you 18, you out the house. I'm gonna go kick it." That's my Julia is like, please come home, come stay, like don't leave. But there are also parents just like Julia as well. I will say that it's people
Yeah.
that's 35-year-olds still with their mom, not because they have to be, but because their mom want them there and it's just easier. So I get
Yeah.
both sides, but they're gonna have to find a common ground, child, because that little argument was kind of weird. And
It was
I
uncomfortable to watch.
it was uncomfortable, and I find Martina growing more and more impatient. I will say that.
That's the word, impatient. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with everything that you guys said. And so we're back at Lenny and Lisa's, and Lenny is not available to explain to Jack, excuse me, don't explain anything to Jax. Explain to Lenny Jr. About the dog passing and the ashes and the symbolism behind it. So it's yet another task that Lisa has to do on her own. It's too many L's, honey, that Lisa has to do on her own. Do you think that Lenny was at work?
No, Lenny was not at work. But I mean, possibly. Lenny, like, I had never liked Lenny from way back when the show was first on. Like, he to me never came off as like that particularly attentive. So it was very weird to see him really push that he wants these kids. But then in the last 2 seasons, it really seems like he has rethought and he doesn't want these kids anywhere around him. Like, I don't see him actually doing anything with these children. But if anything, it has brought me around to Lisa a bit more, seeing how attentive she is with the kids and how gentle she is with the kids. Because remember last season when they were running all up and down in that ice cream store or whatever? Ooh, couldn't have been me. But she really does seem like she's a good mom. And so it softened me up to her a little bit.
Kudos to you, Lisa, for being a good mother.
Doing the bare minimum.
I didn't say it.
Oh my damn good mother. Remember that from what's her name? From was it Charm School? It was, you remember the
Oh, Laylene.
Oh yeah, when she started crying.
Oh my
That
damn
hurt my
good
feelings.
mother.
Everybody, that's what everybody turned on Boots. Like the viewers and everybody said, Boots, you're doing too much. And if Laylene get the knocking them, I'm not gonna be mad at her because you put your mouth on the wrong one. Don't mess with Laylene. Did you have one to say anything about whether or not Lenny was working or was he working it when he was supposed to be home explaining the children?
Definitely working it. Definitely. There's no doubt in my mind that he was not working. I think every time he's not with her, at least in these moments, he's messing
Working
with this
it.
other woman or whatever, and probably doing it in other ways. I mean, he's working all the time, right? We know what he does, but Chad, he's probably messing with the clients too. Lenny is trifling.
Allegedly.
Okay. Nelly, anything that's not nailed down to a wall, allegedly.
He's not allegedly trifling. He's trifling, but allegedly messing with.
Okay. So I'm like,
yeah, we all know he's trifling.
Oh, you can take that to the bank, honey. You're trifling.
Take that. Okay. Cash that check. It's good.
Okay. Now we get on to the next scene, and Nicole is hosting the ladies on her boat. I said a boat because it was not giving yacht, but at least she got one. And Lisa does not show up. Now I wanted to know, because I may have missed it, did Nicole invite Marisol or Larsa?
I don't think they were there. No.
They weren't there, but were they invited?
That was a conversation later that she said, I don't get invited to anything that Nicole has.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Larsa did say that, but it was just interesting. Nicole don't play the radio, baby. Not even a him, not even a like real conversation with the girls about it. They ain't here.
I did not, and I watched this. I didn't realize they weren't there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of that going on with these girls this season because we're gonna get into
I genuinely, until you, I'm like, oh shit, they weren't there.
Well, all of the cast members are clocking in, so whenever they're having a group dynamic, you don't
miss one.
Yeah, you don't miss one. Whereas other ones, you're like, oh, girl, this was really boring because it's three bitches we do not care about. But I like all of them together, so I'm like, all right, okay, we'll see you next scene.
I agree.
So Gertie and Alexia are talking, and Gertie says that she does not want to feel like Alexia's service provider and wants to be her friend. Alexia says that she does not view Gertie in that manner, but she is mad that Gertie did not do her wedding.
I was
Um,
proud of Gertie for finally saying this. I was proud. And I'm glad Alexia said, no, I don't see you. I saw you as a real friend. I wish the conversation would have ended right there.
It didn't though, Jamie. Stop. Jamie, stop with the BS, Jamie. You're not today on
Because
5 and 6. No, wait a minute. On 5 and 6,
when she
you're
threw
gonna
that little
call it right.
dig, when she threw that little dig, I was like, Alexia, why do you always have to have the last fucking word? Why do you
Well,
always
why
have
did
to
you
throw a
have to
little
go and
bar?
prove Gertie's point?
Exactly. When
He
you said,
has
although I'm still mad.
Alexia has mouth diarrhea. She
Absolutely.
she just gets herself in so much. If she just would just stop at a certain point, but and she talks so fast, and it's just like I think she knows she's like getting this episode, but it's like it's too far. She tries to come out of it, and she looks like how she did in this moment, which and also a later moment, which we're gonna talk about. But in this moment, I was just like, yeah, you did just prove everything Gertie was
Yeah.
saying. I mean, I know we talked last time about how they both should have been more transparent about what the issue is, but I feel like, to be honest, Alexia was a bit fake in this moment. I still don't think that she genuinely saw her as more of a friend. That's just my
She
opinion.
don't.
Other than just somebody that was planning her wedding.
AKA, be lucky that you got on this show through me, and you know what I'm saying. Whatever else is whatever else. I don't think she cares about the girl. I've said it on 1, 2, 3, and 4. We on 5 and 6. I'm gonna say it again. She does not care about Gertie, and I am sick of it.
Yeah.
I think with Alexia, she's one of those people that, like, you see the way her and Marisol and Adriana all talk to each other. They're very direct. They throw a lot of digs. It is whatever, but they've been friends for 15 years. Like, you can't have that same banter with bitches you just met. Because, like, these aren't your friends. And if you haven't built a relationship with Gertie, when she tells you, I don't feel like you view me as a friend, you can't talk to her crazy the way that you talk to Adriana or Lisa or Larsa or them. Like,
Yeah.
read the room
I
a little bit.
I also think that she is used to people like Marisol. I love saying Marisol. Saying, did I say it
Marisol.
right? Did I say it
Yeah.
right? Because I'm from the South. So anyway, people like Marisol who worship the stinking ground that lady walks on. And
Yeah.
if you don't adore her, if she doesn't see you on the same level as her, or you're not worshiping her, then she has no use for you. And it looks like Gertie was not giving her that. And so
Yeah.
once she realized that Gertie wasn't going to bend over backwards to plan that wedding and inconvenience herself and her business,
Yeah.
she had no use for her. And that's the
Yeah.
polite way that I'm going to
It
put
got
it
to her.
now.
It
But y'all
got
know what
to
I
her.
want to say. Y'all know what I want to say. You know what I want to say. I ain't gonna say it though. I'm gonna clamp my tongue. Lisa finally responds that she isn't feeling well, and Lisa's hosting the Key West weekend coming up, and all of the girls on the boat talk about how Lisa hosts parties with half-naked 20-something men. Excuse me. Oh, invite me.
I would say I
With
should have.
half-naked, with half-naked 20-something-year-old woman for Lenny. Do you think that this is a precursor to what we're going to see?
I bet when that finally happened, I bet all of them were like, "Oh, girl, we were just talking about this on camera. The optics of this do not look great."
That's not going to be nice. She's going to be pissed at
Not
Lenny
going to be
about
nice
it.
at all.
She's going to be pissed.
But I mean, they're not wrong. We said that last season with these parties, and
She can't really be upset though. I mean,
yeah, because
It's Lisa
does.
Hochstein. She's going to be upset.
yeah, but well, she'll just be upset because
She's going to be mad.
she's gonna be mad because
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, the world is looking at you in the same way as the castmates are.
Yeah,
I wish that we could, if any of the group chatters are watching us in the moment, I wish that one of you guys would go back and do some research for us through last season because we had a whole dialogue. It was like a whole episode where we just kept saying, he don't want her. He don't
Yeah,
want her. And I
it's
would
good.
love for you
Yeah.
guys to point out what it is so we could play a montage of that the next episode because anyway. Okay, guys, I have a question. What's
Does Lenny
the
want
Dirty
her?
Sanchez? Oh no, he don't want her. What's the Dirty Sanchez?
Isn't that when you put your finger in your booty hole and you make somebody smell it?
I don't know.
Like
I didn't know what it was, but I
You
figured
put
you would.
yeah, it's like a mustache, and so they smell their own.
No,
butthole,
no. Okay.
your
All
butthole.
right.
Don't
Never
ask her, I
mind.
know
I
that.
didn't think you were gonna go
Oh,
that
sorry.
descriptive. We are a television
That's
show.
what it is.
No, but I didn't know you were gonna go that far. So I would not ask what a hot Carl is. But if anybody in the comments
Oh,
wants
I
to
don't know that.
let us know what a hot Carl is. Carl.
Oh yeah, well, I would
Carl,
say what
Carl.
Jamie said was correct.
But
That's what Jay says. But it's not about just a booty. It can be a booty or a JJ.
oh, okay, all
Yeah.
right. Well, don't do
Delicious.
that to me. I
It's
want my
basically
Sanchez's clean.
no, that's nasty. I don't want nobody doing that to me.
Don't
Well,
dirty Sanchez to me ever. Oh,
I
you
want
know
to
what?
Ever.
clean
Is
Sanchez.
that what it's called? Wait, I'm gonna move on. But like, okay, never mind. I'll say it off camera because I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, yeah, that's not
Yeah, please keep it
right.
PG-13.
Let's keep it
We're
very
gonna move
shallow.
on. We're gonna move on. So all of the girls are getting ready to leave, and they're headed to Key West. Anthony has his jet, and at this point, all of the girls have arrived, other than Lisa, to the point where it's almost a 2 hour wait. Lisa finally arrives, and all of the girls are suspicious. The girls arrive in Key West. Oh, but before we get to the girls arriving in Key West, Anthony had a melt down,
That's
baby.
his
Anthony
spirit.
was not playing. He said, "You
That's
put it
his
on
spirit.
somebody else's jet time, but not mine." You
Yep.
guys, does he
That's
justify it?
his
Yes, in that moment, like, yeah, because he said he's like, I took off work. Like
Yep.
that man is an attorney. Like that man makes some money. Let that man work.
Right. You got to
Yeah,
keep
even
Nicole and Gucci and go.
yeah,
So, yeah, I was,
and even if he took off work, baby, this is my day off,
but you
and
know
I'm
what?
sitting on a
It
tarmac.
didn't help that Lisa's always late anyway. They
Yeah,
did show the preview. I mean the preview, the remember of last year reunion where she came to reunion late, and Andy was
yeah,
like, "No, girl,
Sit
sit down.
down.
We're not having a right, sit
Don't
down."
nobody care what you got
So
on. Sit down.
yeah,
exactly. So,
yeah.
but yeah, I
So
think
he
it
was,
was justified then. But once she got there, he
You could
didn't
tell something was
yeah,
off.
he thought something was off, and he didn't like keep it going. Which I ain't gonna
yeah.
lie, if it was me, I'd be
Well,
Hey,
no. Well, I'm glad that Anthony chose to stay out of women's business, and that makes
yes,
the
yep.
I agree.
storyline.
I agree.
I'm sure
Okay.
that once he found out later why she was late, he was like, oh, my bad, sorry.
Nah, I don't think he would have cared. But I will say this: to wait 2 hours, nearly 2 hours for a 15-minute flight. Yeah,
I would have
she would
left.
have
I'm
had to catch a ride. Yeah, I would have
Yeah, I
left too.
would have. You know
Take a
what?
cab, girl.
After an hour, maybe I would have left. 2 hours is
What if she?
too
Let me
generous.
ask you this: what if she arrives when you get back from dropping the first group of girls off? Do you take her, or do you say,
Hell no, I gotta go to
"Girl, I
work.
gotta go to work"?
I gotta go to work.
I gotta go to work, baby. You got to get you another seat. Find Delta, see if they got a flight.
Oh,
Key West is nowhere from Miami, so I mean, girl, wasn't Larsa driving? Get in the car with Larsa.
Yeah, Larsa
it's
and
Larsa. Larsa,
Marisol
Kiki,
were
and
driving.
drunk. Do Marisol have a drinking problem?
I think she's
Let's talk about it.
as you take a sip.
I don't think she has a.
My man Marisol.
Kiki, I am loving Kiki. Every single scene that she pops up in on,
No,
her
wait a minute.
facial
Before we get to
expressions.
Kiki, answer the question, Jamie. Does
Oh,
Marisol have a drinking problem?
no, because we never see her drunk. She's never slurring her words. She's never fallen down. Like, I think she probably makes fun of herself. Of all the Housewives shows, New York, Beverly Hills, Orange County.
I think she is
New
trying to
York definitely had a drinking problem.
live up to a persona. I think that's. I
Yeah,
don't think she. I mean, I think she drinks, but Jamie said, we don't see her like slurring or having we don't
Okay.
see her acting any different when she's drinking and when she's not drinking. Honestly, so I would say no, but I mean, I think she's playing a character.
yeah.
I think that she's playing into the wrong character though, because
Uh,
that's going to come back and bite her in the ass.
True, good,
They're going to use that against her.
good.
Jamie, go ahead and continue with your Kiki praise.
Oh, I just love Kiki. I think she's just so funny and so cute. And like, I'm so glad that she got an expanded role this season because I love her. And she's
She could be
gorgeous
a
every
forever
single time she
friend.
pops up. I love her.
Forever friend. She doesn't need a mojito,
She
but
wants a
bring her back.
she wants
She
a
wants it. I mean, if she keeps fighting with girls, she's gonna get it.
There are
Because she's
girls.
She's
funny and
only
she
fought.
fights.
She didn't fight with anybody yet.
She fought with
She didn't
Lenny.
fight with Lisa. She told Lisa damn business, but she
Yeah,
didn't fight with her about it. She didn't
Lisa
fight
fought
though.
with her. Lisa fought with
And
her.
yeah, Lisa
Lisa fought
wanted
with
to
her.
fight. She really let Lisa fight by herself, which gives all the more credence of the she knew. Girl, I ain't finna fight with you. Your man cheating on you, girl. You done lost already.
Oh,
Anyway. Well, I mean, but that's what Kiki was given. That's what Kiki
Her
was given.
face, she was like, "Yeah,
Girl, ain't nobody think about you. All right. So the girls go ahead and arrive in Key West, and Lisa gets a call that the nanny isn't feeling well, and that so much so that she alerts Lenny, who really wants, her to try to find someone else, to watch the children in his stead because he has to play tennis. You would think that he's Martina Navratilova, like he is just knocking
Okay.
out these grand championships. He has to play his tennis. It is important to him that he plays his tennis. He bangs it on the court. That's not a good word. He plays his tennis and he is very serious about his matches. And she needs to find someone to watch Dumbfounded because they obviously aren't his and he doesn't want to watch them. Was he going to play tennis, a very important game, or was he going?
Wait, you think that you think those kids are not his?
No, those are his kids. But he acts like they're not.
He does.
Yeah.
He does not want. He does not want nothing interferes with his tennis.
I didn't understand this because I get okay. You want to cheat. You want to do your thing. You don't want this woman anymore. But these are your kids.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like very baffling to see him literally be like, try to find somebody. I really want to play tennis. Like there is no parent, any parent, that has a child that's in their life that is going to like not going to drop their things and figure out what they got to do for their child. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much that child, and these are like kids. They're not 10, 15, 20.
They're babies.
They're babies. So it was kind of like weird that he would actually put himself in a situation because these are things that can be used for him against, like used against him in court.
And
like,
she better.
So much to use on him. And it's crazy because people say all the time, you be with a person, the next day you wake up and it is like another person, whole different person. He is literally like, I don't even know. I don't know Lenny, but I don't know if him at all. As a father, it's like he was never with Lisa. Like he never wanted those kids so bad. Yep. And it was just kind of crazy that he was literally trying to find someone else to watch the kids so he can play tennis.
But wait, you guys, I don't want to talk about it now because we're gonna get into episode 6. But please remind me of tennis when we talk about what we're gonna talk about. Because I have a timeline that Lisa gave, and then the tennis thing. So please do not let me forget to bring up the tennis. I don't want to ruin the timeline now. But Jamie, I want you to go ahead and get your thoughts out so we can move to the final scene and on to episode 6.
I don't got much more to add. Like it's even if you hate your wife and you're cheating with somebody. If your kids are sick, your first thought is be like, shit, okay, let me get home. I'm going to make it work. Whatever. Anything. But for him to sit there and be like, well, no, I'll quit tennis if I have to, but please try to find somebody. Like, bitch, I'm 2 hours, 3 hours away. Like, what do you mean you want me to try to find somebody? Why don't you get home, watch the kids so you can send this coronavirus-riddled nanny home, and then from there you try to find somebody so you can still go play fucking tennis? Like, what is going on? Why are we having this argument for 15, 20 minutes?
He loves that woman. He loves her. And I'm sure, even though she's a home-wrecking hussy, allegedly, that she probably would be like, go watch your kids. We can link up tomorrow.
She didn't say
I don't know. She's in her early 20s, mid-20s. She don't want her kids.
They both are gutter snipe trash. That's crazy because it's very sad that like Jamie and I said, hate your wife, but these are your kids, and it's like you wanted these damn kids.
You put that woman through IVF, multiple rounds of IVF,
and like it almost makes me wonder. Okay, so he worked. He's a plastic surgeon, right? Let's say they got sick or whatever. Has he ever dropped shit to go take care of it at all? Like, is he really a good father? I don't think he's a good father. I feel like he probably puts everything on the nanny and her because she's a housewife and he has the money to find a nanny. I don't think he does anything with those damn kids. That scene gave me that.
Like, when was it? Last week with the hot mic, when the friend was like, hey, should we be talking about this in front of the kid? He was like, oh, he can't hear. You're playing, right? Like, girl, that's your baby.
It's crazy.
And wait a minute. What's so crazy is the baby was like, yeah, I'm playing. Obviously, he can hear you.
Because I can hear him on the mic.
Like, he wasn't like nobody said anything. Like, y'all can understand if nobody responded. You'd be like, oh, he can't hear me. Hey, you over there playing? Yeah, Daddy, I'm right here.
Kids hear everything. Okay, kids hear everything to the point to where you have to. My little cousin, you have to talk code because they hear, they know. So yeah, no,
he's very adorable. Glasses.
He's
cute.
Reckless. He is cute.
He can't deny them kids though. Those kids look like him. That
But you
little
know what I
boy.
do want to say? I want them. It's too late now. It's way too late. I wish they would have been more careful about how they went about everything because those children are going to end up resenting someone.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
yeah.
going to be Lisa because she's annoying and they're going to feel like because she's so annoying, you drove daddy away, or if they're going to recognize that their daddy was a booty hole and not you, but they're going to present somebody. Who it is, you never know who the kids take, but
It's
they
gonna
definitely
it's
take.
gonna be Lenny because when they get old enough, they're gonna watch the lean and we're gonna be talking about it
Absolutely.
at 50.
Look, any man that can throw his mama
Oh my
out of the
God, this
house
lives
is
on
not going to have
forever,
a good
doesn't it?
relationship with the
We're
kids.
gonna be here 50-year-olds talking about these damn show.
Yeah,
Season 20 of Real
daggone.
We're
Housewives
going to be
of
grown men in women's business.
we're gonna be no, we're gonna be old men in women's business.
Could you believe they finally brought Lenny back after 30 years? All right, you guys,
Right.
the final scene of this episode. I did want to say, yeah, just to lead credence to what we were saying. I mean, hell, the Braxton's father had a mistress on Evelyn for years, their mother, but even the mistress who he ended up marrying and being with for his rest of his life encouraged him to go see Tamar and them. Jeez
Yeah.
Louise.
Yeah.
Anywho, the ladies gather poolside, and Lisa tells the ladies that she's having problems in her marriage, while Julia and Adriana are eating on the other side of the pool. All of the ladies then go ahead and rally around her. Lisa reveals more details and says she thinks it's over. Alexia asks if there's anyone else, and Lisa says yes. And Alexia says that I always knew it was someone else, and I'll beat this stinking ass. I don't know if she said that, but that's what she was giving. Um, she
Yeah.
always knew there was someone else, and every the girls are yeeking and yelling as she reveals more and
Gertie,
more
Gertie
details.
and Alexis.
Gertie.
This is
Gertie.
why, but I will just say this,
That
Gertie.
whole
This is why they
scene.
think you're annoying. Gertie, you're
No,
annoying.
that scene, Gertie, reminded me of Cynthia when Kenya said Velvet died. Ah!
I
And
remember
what
that.
did Candy do? Candy was looking like, girl,
Girl,
calm down.
the only
But
one
okay,
unmoved was Kiki. Kiki was in the back just.
Kiki was like, child, I done had a little piece of it, quiet as a kept.
Oh,
No, I'm joking, Kiki. It's a joke. Haha.
I love
Lenny told
Kiki.
Lisa to her face that he's dating the new woman and that it is his new girlfriend. Lenny told her she needs to find a new
Mm,
home and for her and the kids. And that's the end of episode 6.
for her
I'm
and
gonna
the
go ahead and
kids.
finish this for her and the kids. Yes. So I'm gonna roll into episode 6 at the beginning. Lisa says that Lenny told her that he wanted a divorce on Monday, and then he started dating on Wednesday, and now by the end of the week he's in a full-blown relationship with a woman who was following her on social media and has been to their naughty half naked parties.
Mm.
Larsa says, oh wait, well I'm going to get to what Larsa says because that's completely different. So all of this happens, and I wanted to say that what was it I asked you guys to remind me of? See, I completely forgot
the
Tennis.
time.
about the what? About who?
Tennis. Tennis timeline.
About tennis. How nasty and low down of a son of a bitch can you be? And I'm going to talk to you right now, Mr. Lenny. You asshole. You go ahead and you tell that woman that you don't want her no more. You got another woman on top of her. And then you expect for her to cover for you by saying it's tennis when good and damn well she is about to have a mental breakdown because she knows that tennis is cold for another bitch in her house. You are a piece of trash. And how dare you? If you want it out, just be a man to get out. She's annoying.
Yep.
Divorce off of that. This
Yep.
is I didn't have a problem with him on Sunday saying, listen, it's over. Okay. I don't have a problem with you dating on Wednesday. Listen, the dating with the woman and all that stuff, that's one thing. But for you to expect her to go on her job and cover for you when you did her wrong, she has never done you wrong. You have
I
done some
hate you.
effed up shit.
As
Okay?
as his wife.
But no, like that to me just made that whole tennis thing all the more disgusting when Lisa broke
Mm-hmm.
down that timeline. It's like, oh my God. So
Yep.
it's not like she didn't know that it was tennis and she finds out she goes into the trip knowing that there's another woman there. She's trying not
Yeah.
to have a nervous breakdown, and you expect for her to cover for you in this moment? You are
Yep.
gross.
Yep. And that's why when she broke down on the phone, she goes, "You have a lot of fucking nerve talking to me about tennis right now." Like that makes sense. Like she knew damn well it was not no tennis. Like, baby, I got a date tonight. I can't. That's annoying. I felt really, really fucking bad for her. Like,
Who
There
crying
is
over a
there is
bitch?
no excuse that he could have given for not being able to get those kids though. Nothing. Whether
it's
it's a
it's the
woman
fact
with his
it's the
tennis,
fact that he said get a house for you and the kids. Not even we'll figure out custody. We'll figure out who's gonna stay with who. It was get your shit
it's
and get
just
out.
it's the way that he's going about it is the reason why I understand Lisa left eye. Okay. And why
Yeah,
she
yeah.
did because you know she want so this is not just no little fling. This lady is married to this man, has kids. That is you are emotion you at this point, this is emotional abuse because you know what I'm saying she went on a trip knowing it was already going left. Lisa can act like she's slow, but she knew things were going crazy. I believe she really turned a blind eye to a lot of this.
Yeah.
Um, and in this same moment, Chase, they kind of show flashbacks and everything. They were basically giving us everything we needed to see to know how we got to this point from the parties, from how she was, she even in those moments where she was like with him in the dinner last week and at taking the photo shoot at the party, Lisa knew her marriage was ending. Like she knew.
Hmm.
She was trying to anytime you got to do all that, you love me, right? We're still good.
Yep.
Like when you got to check in like that, things are not going, they're not where they
She
were.
better than me.
And
She didn't stash
Yeah.
and coin. Did she stash and coin?
you said what?
She didn't put up. She didn't put up and coin.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
oh, he ain't finna leave me, child. Let me go ahead and put 10 on you
No.
real quick.
He's wild. And like I said, I understand why people do what they do. I understand Jill too. You remember Jill? Remember Jill from Married to Medicine?
She was
Uh,
so sweet. I never knew that she was
because when you play with
Jill.
somebody's emotions like that, people snap. So I'm just saying, people snap.
Sweet lady. And I hate that that happened because she probably would have been on the show for years to come
Yeah,
because she was really good. She gave.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and so yeah, so they're passing around the phone looking at the mistress, and Larsa says that she's ugly and looks like a man. Now I hate to put one of my private conversations with one of the leaners. I won't say who the leaner was, but they can go ahead and say if they want to. But that leaner felt that it was potentially transphobic what Larsa said, and I want to see what you guys thought about Larsa calling the mistress ugly and that she looked like a man.
I mean, I don't think she thought of it as transphobia, but we can all have conversations like little reads and stuff like that when you're calling a female potentially with mannish features or something like it can be perceived that way. So like if somebody is offended by it, I'm not a trans woman, so I can't. I'm not a biological woman either, so I mean I don't know. It's of all the things like I mean Larsa, you don't even look like yourself, so I don't know who you are telling
Because that is a
anybody
completely different
about
looking
they
woman.
look,
Yeah,
bitch.
very
So
Michael
you might
Jackson.
want to sit this one out. Please sit this
Yeah.
one out.
I think those comments are very problematic. We've had, people on the show, not leaners, but people. Well, you said leaners. Well, you mean leaners like you? Were you talking about somebody like one of the co-hosts, or like
And it was well. I no offense,
you?
but I won't say that. But one of the co-hosts
Okay,
actually
well,
almost said
you
something.
had viewers make comments like that before, and
Yeah,
I'd be like, "Girl, you may want to reel it back in because it is problematic." However, I don't want to be. I can't take life so serious all the damn time. It was a comment. She made the comment. I don't think it had to go down a transphobic path, personally. What's
and
because some
huh?
women do have more malier features, and some guys do have very soft and female features. So, no, I'm just saying, no,
And what we've noticed is some of the ladies in this particular group say anything they want to say, and they dare you to check them.
no.
Um, Julia and Adriana are still at the bar eating, and Lisa says that she called the mistress to confront her and let her know that she was breaking up a family. And the mistress said, "Honey, take it up with your husband, boo, not me." So she got ate up by the mistress too. Damn, Lisa, she did. Lisa says Lenny told her if she doesn't move, that she will have a front row seat to him dating, and she has been completely blindsided by this entire set of events. Adriana comes and she wants to know what the hell is all the commotion about, and it's like
Right, girl.
Go back over there and eat.
Not right now.
Go back over there and eat. Like, not even like. And you know what else I'll say is, as far as the casting standpoint, they proved themselves later in the episode, but at that point, that was the first time I felt like both Julia and Adriana were expendable, like they can go. Like they were over there disengaged, eating, ha ha ha, and there's a whole group carrying on without you, and like you're not there, as we mentioned earlier. That was the one time I felt like they could both be gone, and I wouldn't care. I mean, if they were both to be gone anyway, I wouldn't really care. Maybe Julia a little bit, but
Adriana's tired of fighting because they both said, "What are they arguing about?" I don't want to get into it right now. Let's just sit right over here for now.
I thought they had probably said something. So then Gertie feels that she can give some advice and basically is trying to encourage Lisa to, put her best foot forward and, give her the courage to move on with her life. And Larsa was not here for it. Larsa feels that Gertie has not been divorced and she should be quiet because she does not know the road of which a divorced woman walks. Where do you guys stand with that? Should Gertie shut up or
No,
should
they all should shut
Larsa?
up.
I don't think anybody's advice is any more valuable than the other. Let's just be clear.
Yep.
Because just because you've been through a divorce, that don't mean your divorce is like her divorce. I mean, it ain't
Because
you ain't
Larsa's is
unless you're
not
with,
like that.
unless you're with the same man and you're in the same damn situation, same house. You can't talk. You can't act like your opinion is even more
Yep.
valuable.
All
I
of them were annoying, honestly. All of them giving their opinions were annoying as fuck.
I agree. I completely agree. Especially Alexia.
Alexia.
Like,
I
Alexia,
was like,
man.
Alexia, shut up.
I was like, girl, like I know this your friend, but you should probably be quiet too.
Okay. This girl should be quiet.
But of course, they always so loud. It's always the one that with the glass houses that be the loudest ones.
Yep.
So yeah.
Because Todd would never do me like that. I was like, okay, girlfriend.
Your last one did.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Lenny's mother. Ooh, child. Now the group separates. Oh wait, before I get done with that, I'm sorry. Yes, so the group finally separates to prepare for dinner for the night, and everyone is discussing Lisa's situation. Nothing to be alarmed, but I did have a question. Do we think Gertie was out of line for cornering her husband to make sure that he would not do the same thing immediately after she found out about Lisa's situation? Like, is Gertie just like a tacky? I think that's what she is. Tacky. Gertie tacky. I'm sorry. That was so tacky, Gertie. So
She's a
tacky.
very strong personality and she tends to make things about herself, which all of these women do. The best housewives are a little bit narcissistic. So I don't think she meant any harm by it, but that's her rapport with her husband. She's
I was
gossiping with her
like,
husband.
no, but even he was like, she was gossiping by herself because her husband was like, who is Lisa?
He didn't know who none of
The
the
only
bitches were.
reason I think that is like it wasn't tacky, but I think it's like, okay, Gertie, you're doing too much because you just never know. I'm pretty sure Lisa
Yeah.
never thought she would be in a situation either.
Like your husband is gonna say, yeah, that's
Yeah,
something
nobody's
about
gonna be like, no, you don't obviously say, no, I'm not gonna do that. But people
But
shift.
did you notice he hesitated?
He was probably
I think it
tuning her
was
out.
delayed in the phone chat.
I did like what's her name? Nicole and her husband.
Anthony was like, he's trash.
Two different reactions. Nicole was like, "Oh my god," and Gertie was like, "Would you cheat on me?"
Yeah, Gertie was like, would you cheat on me? I love it.
But I do like that Nicole was like, "Okay, did I tell her the right thing? I told her she doesn't need to leave the house," and her husband was giving her some like good advice, like, "No, this is what she needs to do." So I really like the two of them together. I like seeing that dynamic, and I like that he was like that. That guy's a piece of shit. Who does that?
Yeah,
Who says something like that?
He doesn't live for Lenny.
At all.
All right, I want to move forward. Lenny's mother calls Lisa and tells her Lenny told her to leave and never come back.
Who kicks their mom out the house?
Who, mama?
I
was like having to play it back.
Wow.
I was just like, excuse me, Cortez. I was like, now when they say mother-in-law, is that Lisa's mama? Because I was just like, I know that ain't his mama he talking to. Child,
At
please.
all.
What?
That's the same thing I said. I was like, wait,
Trash.
mama. Then if you said mom-in-law, I'm like, that's his mom.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Anybody who would throw their mama out of the house for some pussy does not give a fuck about his kids.
You're right.
My mama throw me out of my own house.
Okay.
Kim ain't going for it.
It makes a lot of sense.
I cannot believe that. That man
She
is
must got it going on. She must be Miss Bomb, baby, because she's setting it off, baby. She ruining everybody's life. And
my
at this
God.
point, I can't do nothing but commend her. I guess I don't know because like
Right,
He'll
phenomenal
be back
woman,
next
phenomenal
season.
lead.
she got him losing weight. She got him leaving his kids. She got him kicking his mama out. Girl, what kind of a
My
JJ?
God.
You mean
And she was like, "You also need to play tennis." Like, and he just started doing it. Like, what is going on?
she said, move over Sierra's prayer, baby. I don't need that prayer.
Okay.
Oh, I might even get mistress prayer. Dear God,
Not
dear
me.
Lord, baby Jesus.
No, I'm not gonna put that on your spear. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, no, thank you. I want a man that's gonna come to me. Child, I thought I had a man, but we'll talk about it later. The girl, I ain't got one. Uh, oh, wait a minute. Who laughed like that? Wait a minute. All right. Okay. Now, all right. So Lenny, all right. Lenny's mother stopped making her borscht. Let me stop because they got nothing to do with this episode. I just like when she was making borscht. Lenny's mother also also let Lisa know, baby. Lisa and Lenny mama like this, baby, because she be like, and
Okay, that
girl,
woman used to
he,
hate her. Now they think
That's
it's
yes,
why.
she
easy.
That's
did.
why it took me. Like I was like, wait, did she used to like not like her?
She hated
Yeah.
her. Lenny
Hated
mama
her.
was like, girl, and let me also tell you baby, that when I got here, the car wasn't there, and I was like, well, what a car at?
She
Lo and
was singing like
behold,
a
Lenny
bird,
has
ratting
that
her son
home
out.
wrecker. Let me finish this, okay? Has that home wrecker in the back seat of the family car. Lenny then calls Lisa, and the conversation again gets heated. And she tells him if she brings the girl near her kids, there will be a huge problem. What do you guys think?
I mean, my thing is what I hate about. So me hearing this, I think she should have left then.
Yeah.
I would have left then. No
I
way.
I would have let. I wouldn't have waited till later. At that point, it's already gotten to be too much. You know what I'm saying? And the problem that you said, is that's going to exist if she have the kids around. If he has the kids around, then let's bring it's you first, girl. You only 15 minutes away. Get your ass on a flight and get home.
Yeah, baby, because one thing about let's figure this out tonight.
She wasn't
We're not gonna
enjoying
wait.
the
Let's
trip.
figure it out tonight.
Wasn't enjoying the trip. She wasn't doing anything. It
Yeah.
became, unfortunately for her, while everybody else was having a good moment, she was stuck in this funk. So she should have just
Yeah.
left. She shouldn't have stayed any longer.
Yeah.
True that, true that, true that. Yes, absolutely correct. So the girls then go ahead and go to dinner, and Lisa again sneaks away. Alexia's best friend surprises her, and he also brings a surprise from her husband Todd, a $50,000 burglary. What? I cannot pronounce that. I pronounced it. A $50,000 watch from Bulgari.
The
Did I
burglary.
pronounce it? I did not
Burglary.
say that.
Not Eric and
Bulgari.
Jane.
From Bulgari. Is it Bulgari or Bulgari?
Burglar. I don't know. I don't know. So don't give me. I don't own it, so I can't spell it. Okay.
He purchased Alexia a $50,000 life alert for her birthday. And, and Adriana is unimpressed as she bought hers with her own money and she does not depend on a man, unlike Alexia.
You used to.
Okay, okay, Adriana. Now, pump the brakes, boo boo. Now, I understand that you spent your last season Bravo check on that watch.
Okay. And let's not forget the first 3 seasons that you were on, you had to beg, borrow, and steal to put your kid through school. So, like,
And she definitely lied
calm
because that's
down.
why her and what's her name don't hang out no more. Her and Leah Black. They were
Yeah,
like this.
I didn't think. I was confused, but not Alexia. Adriana is Adriana.
She's a hater.
She's a hater.
It's hating. It's hate. Thank you.
She
That's
does
hating.
make sense later, but I will get into that later.
She makes sense later, but I mean, whether for right now, whether your friend is a friend is always,
You should
talking
just
about being an independent woman. Be happy for her. It's a gift. Next.
Yeah.
anytime somebody gets a gift. So let's say you get a gift, Jamie, and my first comment is, I got that already. I got this version. You are a hater. That is not your friend.
Hater. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let that
Wow,
woman be
really?
happy. Let that woman have a good man that buys her gifts because she had a drug dealer for her first husband. She had a homosexual for the second one.
Allegedly.
A homosexual.
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 Okay, Grandma.
And
Please don't say that no more. Oh Lord Jesus, they're calling people gay and just Lord Jesus, honey. So she got that $50 Ambler watch, $50,000 Ambler, and Adriana is none too pleased. Meanwhile, Lisa's on the phone with the nanny, and the nanny was told not to bring her ass back into the main house and to stay in the guest house. And Lisa really wants her to go and is begging her to go. And then the nanny was like, "Girl, Lenny ain't gonna beat my ass allegedly." I'm just joking. I don't know. Let me not. That's bad. I'm sorry.
I mean, Lenny writes the checks. I'd be like, Miss Lisa, I love you, but no, girl, I'm not going in this house.
She did. She was like, "Baby, he told me not to come over there, and I'm not."
Get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody.
It was very. It's two right there. How about you do this? How about you
Okay.
come back and see your family, boo?
If he kicked his mama out, what makes you think he's gonna let me stay here?
Okay, the nanny ain't got no power. Lisa, come back and get your family in order.
Right.
Marisol returns. Meanwhile, back at the table, Adriana is telling Alexia that she feels like Alexia is a hypocrite because she's supposed to be this independent woman independently, and she's over there accepting gifts from her husband.
That is crazy.
That's the
It's a,
dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's her husband.
that's a husband.
I
Adriana,
don't give a doggone if it was the mailman.
if somebody gives me a gift, if I mean, come on now, nobody is too rich or shouldn't be too rich where they can't accept a gift. Let's be clear. And none of them on the cast are just rich like that. Okay.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Maybe Nicole.
Well, Nicole.
Yeah, Nicole. Yeah.
Maybe Larsa
You
too.
don't act like it. You see her confessional look with the shirt and
I
the.
love her. The little patchwork.
She's so Miami.
I don't know if I like that one or not. I was on the fence.
I didn't like it. It was interesting.
Right, because it was like a big old black bra.
And I
Like she
see
didn't even she put on like a
Nicole.
Victoria's Secret bra.
It did look like that. Like I see Nicole and I see. I'm gonna say this. I see cheap, like plastic Barbie.
Well, I mean, she grew up. I mean, the ways that she talked about growing up, like they would have water with their cereal. They wouldn't have any money for electricity or for groceries. So I get it. Like she definitely is not the kind of person that when she gets a check, she's just gonna go. Like she's not driven by material things.
Miami's Candy. Yep.
Yeah, her money's long, but she.
Yep. Tacky.
And the season, she's a little boring. I don't know. Okay.
She usually wakes up about episode 6 or 7.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, the season's almost over, Bookie Doo. Let's get to it. But she substituted with lifestyle porn. So hey.
Yeah.
Marisol returns to the. It is gorgeous. Marisol returns to the table and tells all of Lisa's business and lets them know that Lenny is tripping. And Alexia is upset and wants to call 911 immediately.
No. The woman is at the house. Guys, we should call 911 immediately. 911, Alexia?
Now, it's an emergency. It is.
Even Kiki looked like.
Kiki is like, girl, I'm on this trip at the Keys.
Speaking of this trip at the Keys, well, I will get back to it. I'll bring it up later. All right. So Julia wants the girls to play a game and asks Marisol to make it about penis. Is that okay? Apparently, well, I was gonna say something, but child, we got the police always watching our show, child, so I can't have fun and say the joke, and I won't say it. But all I say is, whatever Martina got, they hitting on nothing. They fighting, and Julia want to talk about dick, and that's so whatever Martina got going on, they hitting on nothing. All right. And even though the game is not about penis, they begin. We ask the questions, and then Julia's question, and she asks if they were prostitutes, who would make the least amount of money? Julia, being her naturally self-deprecating self, says that it will most likely be Julia. Alexia attempts to compliment her in the moment, so she says, and says that no, Julia, you will probably be the best one because you are Russian. Alexia says she can say what she wants, so she was alerted in the moment that probably was not the PC thing to say. And she says that she can say what she wants. She does not double down.
Marisol said, "Girl, please stop."
And then and then Alexia also says that hey, maybe it was because isn't Lenny kind of Russian? He eat borscht, don't he? Yeah, that's it. So I'm mad at his borscht eating ass. I love borscht. I'm so obsessed with that. I'm really obsessed with borscht. So Julia says that moving forward, She will not be silenced by anyone, and this is not over by a long shot. And it begs the question, and I'm sure you're going to break it down, but I'm going to, say it how it was presented, and then I'm sure you guys will have your say and clear it up and clear the air. But now Alexia has been accused of being casually racist. I did not accuse her of being casually racist, although I think it is quite odd the way that she treats Gertie. And I just think that's a little different. However, with that, keep that Gertie thing in your mind, and now the Russian comment that she made, the people on the Twitter are calling her casually racist. I ask you.
Who want to go first?
Feed into those stereotypes. And this was an example. This is one that was clear. The Gertie thing, we could allude, we could say we don't really know. It looks that way. In this moment, the way that this came out her mouth, and then the way that she tried to clean it up by making it even more messy throughout the episode, like it got worse every time.
Yeah.
And the fact that she said she can say what she wants, she then knew that it was wrong, and that she was giving very much. So I said what I said. Who gonna check me, boo?
Yeah.
That's the attitude she gave, and I wish she would have just. Well, you know what? I wish she would have stuck with that versus trying to later then relate it to Lenny, who
Yeah.
irrelevant at this table. Let's be clear. You're not thinking about Lenny like that. It's your birthday. You're not letting
Yeah.
that ruin that. And so I think the fans are right in this moment, especially how it was taken. I don't think Julie was wrong for taking it that way.
Not at all.
She is Russian, and it seems she did explain her past trauma and how she has heard it a lot. And as a person, then she was silenced about it, but now she's not, and I think that's okay. She's okay with that. Like, take me okay to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamie?
Julia was completely right to be offended because, like, girl, what the fuck you mean that I'm gonna be a good whore because I'm Russian? Like, that's Alexia. You're gonna be a good drug dealer because you're Cuban. Like,
I'm gonna eat
these
chicken
are all
back.
these are all racial stereotypes, national stereotypes. In this instance, this was not an example of racism. Russian is not a race. It's a nationality. She was playing into some stereotypes, probably a little bit of xenophobia, absolutely. But at the end of the day, they're both white ladies. So, like, who is she racist against? Another white lady? Like, it just doesn't work that way. And I know people on Twitter are going to say Alexia's Latina. Baby, that is a white woman. So ethnically, she's a Latina. That is a white woman. I think that her problem, like Cortez said earlier, she's got diarrhea of the mouth. She says a lot of things that are problematic, being from the area of Florida that she is. I can guarantee some of the stuff that gets said off camera. I know in the Latino community, some of the problematic stuff that goes on with a lot of our elders and our aunts and stuff that's said. So I encounter people like that with her my entire life growing up. She was dead ass wrong. There is no cleaning it up. There is no, I meant it this way and you took it this way. I'm sorry. That was a really shitty thing of me to say. It absolutely was a stereotype. Like, my bad. In the conversation right there. Do better. But she does not like being called out on her shit.
Mm-mm.
But you know what, though? Listen, she's definitely something. And diarrhea of the mouth is not going to cut it for me because I have, there's something that bothers my spirit with the way that she has treated Gertie this season. It bothers my spirit to watch her do it. Like, at this point, it's not nice. And with her making this comment, yeah, okay, Russia's not a race. All that stuff, okay, I give you that. Boom, 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 boom. However, I'm gonna say at the very least that she's an ignorant ass woman, and her views and her, her poking fun at stereotypes is one thing, but the way that she treats people is another thing. And I think that tells you where she lands on the spectrum. And because I have not seen her be nice to someone who has sought a friendship with her, it just leads me to ask this question as to why. And then when the question is point blank and plain to you, and they say how they feel and they get it out. You said that was the requirement, so that was the requirement. Well, if she has a problem with me, she hasn't said what she's felt. And she says what she feels, and you go immediately right after that and confirm and validate how she feels with a smile. I don't know, and it just it's something with Alexia I'm not fucking with, and y'all know how my spirit is with the people. And I'm not saying I'm not never wrong about the girls, but 9 times out of 10, I'll be right about the girls. Okay, and there's something about Alexia it don't sit right with me. Mm. She may be a rose, but as in the words of them people, our outcast says that those roses sometimes smell like boo boo. And Mama Alexia Lou Who, baby, you stinking.
Her energy this season, um, it's definitely different than her previous seasons. And Cortez, I think you mentioned this in one of the other recaps. Or maybe it was you, Chase. She wants to be the queen bee, like, and you said it in this episode. Marisol is usually kind of like, yes, the yes person to Alexia, and that's their dynamic. And so I don't know if she just thinks that everybody is going to have that same dynamic with her, but she absolutely talks crazy to people a little bit.
Yeah, she does.
We saw how she talked crazy to Nicole last season.
Yeah.
She talked crazy to Gertie. This season, she's talked crazy to Adriana. She's talked crazy to Karen in season 2. Like, she definitely has it in her to be very, very dismissive. Yeah. She reminds me a little bit of Ramona Singer in that aspect, where it's just, I'm going to say what comes off of my mind and, sorry, whatever, let's just move on. Let's just brush it under the rug, which I hate because I really, really like Alexia. And perhaps she's had so much stuff in her personal life the other seasons that we just weren't able to see, like, how she kind of is, because we were all just sympathetic to what was going on. But this season, everything is hunky-dory in her life. And so now we're kind of seeing that, you kind of talk a little reckless with people.
The final straw. The marriage was like the final straw. It made her. Yeah. She boosted herself up to where now it's like, now I'm married,
life's perfect,
and I'm Alexia.
Yeah. So yeah, and I need her to apologize, reel that shit in. But unfortunately, we all saw the trailer. It just gets worse from here. So
I didn't even see the trailer.
No, the trailer for the rest of the season, the screaming match she gets in with Gertie.
Oh, was there a mid-season trailer that came out?
The beginning of the season.
Her and Gertie. No, it's in the first trailer. We haven't seen the second one yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to go back.
It's in the first one now.
Okay,
it's in the first one.
But yeah, and then her and Marisol had a falling out. Her and Marisol had a falling out before BravoCon. So they said they're friends again, but I'm like, oh damn, even your homegirl fell out with you? What is going on?
They both got fed up with each other and they bullshit.
And they say she was jealous that Leah Black was back because that is whether you like her or not, she was the queen during the original run. That's just a shooting. She was. She was.
Absolutely.
She was.
Can we continue with the episode?
Original run?
Can we continue with the episode?
Who?
Alexia and Adriana.
No, ma'am, they weren't. No, ma'am, they weren't. Okay. It's a new day, and we get a wonderful panoramic view of the apartment complex that those girls are staying at. What the fuck? Where are they staying?
Not the apartment.
I don't know.
That was not cute. That was like, ooh,
they're like little Peacock huts or something, right?
Like little condos. No, they're like apartment complexes with a community pool. And if this is what Peacock paying for, ladies, please bet Nicole to buy the next trip because Lord Jesus. Nicole, you host it. Because oh well, they say Nicole cheat, child. Never mind. It's a new day, and Lisa is heading home. She says that she waited until the next day because she did not want to end up in jail out of fear of what she may do when she came across that mistress in her home. The girls, nobody buys it. Nobody buys it.
Maybe you'll convince Hope.
She's lost all season, so I don't know if she would have won that one. The girls are on the bus, ready for the next activity, and Larsa says Gertie should have kept her mouth and her opinion shut in her opinions to herself. And Gertie was like, "Baby, I'm gonna keep running this mouth, and you're gonna have to deal with it."
That's so weird from Larsa. Like, girl, Larsa, this is 12 hours later. Like, mind your business, please. Like, shut up.
Larsa, Here's my thing. Larsa is trying to be that friend, but just let's not forget an episode ago, you were like literally spilling this girl's tea, talking about she had mortgages and everything about her.
She has to rent to pay bills. Like,
and
girl, please shut up.
Her husband funded her life. Like, you were doing a lot. So I'm pretty sure whether you feel that this is supportive or not, Gertie's intent was never to be any kind of way.
Yeah.
It was, if anything, Gertie's perspective was a different one because all y'all hoes are divorced. So maybe she needs to something that's a little more positive. No shade.
And they are better than any one of us on this. They better be lucky we weren't on that show. They better be like, girl, didn't last week she said you stayed at the whole house?
Yeah, because had that been a different show, had that been Potomac, Candace would have popped up and said, if I remember correctly.
Robin would have had that speaker and said, last week she said.
And they would have flashed back. Yeah. And Larsa would have been like,
no friendship is safe in Potomac.
Yeah, I think the newbies and the OGs, their dynamic is really weird because there are times like we saw this with Larsa and Gertie, with Alexia, with Marisol and Nicole last season. I think the OGs expect the newbies just to kind of show up and take the lead from them. Like, don't lead, don't do anything. And I think Larsa, you were on for 3 episodes and then you left.
Nobody's
like nobody missed you.
Larsa, let's be clear.
Yeah.
So she may be an OG, but to me, she's still just as new.
Yeah, she exactly. Exactly.
She's still just as new to me.
In my opinion, Gertie had a better first season than Larsa. Nicole's had a better first season than Larsa. They've earned their mojitos at this point. Shut up and let them
season of Miami do not count. So I don't know where you're going with that, friend. Everybody said first season of Miami. Everybody.
No, not Adriana.
What's Christy Rice doing? Okay, let's move on.
Voting for Trump.
For real?
I think they all white Cubans. Like they all voted for Trump.
Okay. All right. So they stop and get food, and Julia confronts Alexia about her comments regarding Russian women being prostitutes, which Julia finds appalling since Alexia was married to a drug dealer and lived off of drug money. I was like, oh shit.
Julia clocked in.
I said, whoa.
Julia.
No doubt about it. Adriana put her that line. Adriana got her in the house and said, let me tell you something. Bitch, because they're not gonna ever give me my mojito back. But if you want to keep yours, you better go in there and let that whole know what time it is.
Baby,
I'm never getting mine back.
He put that drink down, and I was like,
I loved it.
They finna fight. When she did, I was like, oh shit, they finna fight. And I love the commentary on the bus. That is so funny how they kept slicing it. Oh, she's got a finger. Oh no, they don't. Oh, you can't do the finger. It's not going good now. And then I think who was that? Was like, oh, she put her bag down. I was like, oh my god, that was hilarious. Okay, Alexia says that she was a victim and her ex-husband lost all of his money, and so Julia is wrong. Fingers get to wagging and are being pointed, and it gets further escalated. Alexia says she's done because it's her birthday, and Julia says she doesn't care if it's her birthday or not. She's not 10, and this isn't over.
Exactly.
I love it. I love that Julia does not back down.
Oh, what I call it, Jew. All right, Jew, get your one, Jew. Get your one, Jew. That's Jew. Jew showed up to that juice stand, to that little corner store.
Big Jew?
No. It's only one big stuff. Well, that's Jew right there, though. That's Jew. Well, Juju. I'm gonna say Juju because I want to. That's Juju right there. So Alexia says that she's watched documentaries about Russian women who come to Miami and have babies by American men, and Adriana has had enough. She butts in and she says, well, that's interesting because she's seen documentaries about cocaine cowboys, which further lets you know that Adriana gave Juju that read. Baby Julia took that one home. Alexia says, well, at least I don't date married men, to which Adriana goes back and tells Alexia, well, you were dating Ty when you were married to Herman, and it is to be continued. Let me tell you something. At the beginning of episode 5, I was like, why are Adriana and Julia here? Because they missed a pivotal point, and I just think that when stuff like that is happening, whether you want to be in the fight or not, you clock into the group scene. It's a group scene. So when you are not effective in group scenes and you opt to miss out of it, then take your ass on somewhere else and find something else to do for a living. So This is what the show is about. However, I think that they may have gotten a talking to by production or somebody because the way they came back screaming at the end of that episode, episode 6, my God, that was like, whoa. And Marisol was over there like this.
If you caught Gertie reached over to Marisol and said something like, why are you letting her talk? And Marisol said, that's between them.
No, they actually got Marisol together because then Marisol, she tried to interject and they shut her ass down too.
Yeah.
Like,
mind your business. The Marisol was like, another cocktail, please.
right.
So what you guys think about that fight? That's
was,
amazing. What's so good?
She was like, that's why I drink because that's so I can forget. I'm like, yeah, girl, sit this one out. Let Alexia ass whooping by herself because what she said was wrong. They're calling out on her shit. And let's be clear, like I just think I just said last week about Adriana, like she's like blah, but Adriana for once made 100% sense.
Well, the thing that I was like, what is going on? She defends her friend. Adriana is a lot of stuff, but she's constantly been showing up for
She's
Julia.
always taking up for her friend.
She'll go to bat for Julia. I really admire her about that, and I love like she that's her friend. She's known for 12 years, Alexia, but she was like,
well, but
let's
hold
call
on.
a spade a spade.
Hold on,
ma'am.
Adriana, we did just talk about how she does envy a bit of Alexia too. So I think
she wants to take her down a notch.
He was waiting on something, so this was like
take her down a notch.
Right. So I mean, in this moment, they had Alexia mad because the scene actually ended with her. Did she say Julie to like stop talking to her or something like that? I think she was like,
yeah. She told Julie to stop talking, and Julie said, "Bring it on, baby. I love it. Come on, give me some more. Give me more."
Yeah, she said something like, "I don't like you. Nicole, stop talking because I don't like you." And
yeah, she did.
Nicole was like,
"Yeah." I'm excited to see what goes from here because
they're not giving us previews. I hate it.
They're not giving us previews. And Alexia, I mean, not saying she's never worked before, but she's working now. They pissing her ass off, and she needs it. She needs a bit of
she need a whooping.
I don't think it's gonna work. She's gonna always be the same way.
Delusional.
But the whole cowboy cocaine thing took me out. When she threw it back on Adriana about sleeping with married men. And this what took me out too was Adriana saying, I didn't want to ask him was he married because it was his mom had just died. I'm like, okay, so when you gonna ask?
No, but you know what? For a woman who does not let me say this. For a woman who, for lack of better term, does not have much in the way of scruples, I'll give her that because when do you say, "Oh, baby, I know your mama dead, but are you married?" Like what?
As soon as possible. Okay,
she did the first day.
Well, no, she didn't know, and then he died.
Adriana is full of it. Adriana has had space and opportunity to ask this. That man was not dead. I'm sorry, that man's mom was not dead. Hold on, let me.
A dead man.
Hold on, that man's mom was not dead when she first got the announcement. What it is that she don't want to ask because she don't want. She's fear of what the answer will be.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that his mom passed away in my eyes, and I feel like she don't want to know. So yeah.
Well, I don't think it's not so much that she don't want to know. She knows damn well that even if he's married, she's not going to stop dating him. That's what she don't want.
But I do feel if she finds out that he is married, although she don't want to be known as a homewrecker. I mean, I don't think
she's gonna break up with her, but she ain't gonna want to.
She ain't gonna want to, right?
Now she got to go back to bunching on Julia.
Considering what's happening with Lisa right now, she's definitely gonna she's gonna probably break up with him if he is truly married, which I doubt.
Yeah, but she said that during the show though. She said during the episode, "Oh, you want to bring this up, Barbara?" Right after we find out that our friend is experiencing infidelity in her marriage, and now you're trying to make me like a homewrecker hoe. I got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It seems like
she got her, baby. They got Alexia, child. Woo.
They did get her. She is.
They got her good. She lost by a lot, but she was putting up a fight, bitch. She was boom, boom, boom.
No. She tried. But Adriana got in the end, baby. Adriana got her together.
She did. But when Julie made the comment about the husband being cocaine or whatever, Cuban, and she was like, "Oh, you trying to treat me?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" She put the drink.
Oh, that's yeah. Wait a minute. But not you're getting upset at a stereotype.
Exactly.
Okay, look at that. Look how that works. I will say, group scenes like this remind me of like the best of Housewives when everybody kind of is there and clocking in and like it's volleying so back and forth and everybody's involved. It's just chaos in like the best possible way, but not like Salt Lake City where it's just like too much where you're like, can somebody just shut up for a second so I can hear what's going on over here? It's like
One of the best group scenes since Reasonably Shady season 6 of Potomac. One of the
Yeah.
best group scenes.
With the
Because that came out of nowhere. Everybody was like, what is this group scene?
It was
It was amazing. It was a lot, yeah. But, you know,
Atlanta had a
go
lot of.
ahead.
oh yeah,
Well, yeah, Atlanta does. And they tried to have one in Jamaica, but the poor thing couldn't get the words to come out of her mouth.
poor Sonya.
Sonya.
God bless her. She
Lord
lost by a
Jesus.
lot
With
that
that being
dinner.
said,
Never.
ooh, you better stop saying that. With that being said, we want to thank you guys for tuning in with us for episodes 5 and 6. Thank you for all of the love and the comments that you gave us for episodes 1 through 4. We really do appreciate that because you guys turned out for us in a big major way. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and leave us a comment down in the group chat below. We would love to hear from you. Make sure that you guys watch us on Mondays for the Real Housewives of Potomac, as well as Wednesdays live for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and coming soon, New Jersey, right? New Jersey's coming
That
back in
trailer looks so
February.
good.
You know what? It looked okay. It didn't look. It wasn't as. It was okay. I think it'll be good.
It was very light on the marge. Very light on the
Oh,
marge.
thank God. I think that's why I enjoyed it so much.
Maybe
It was.
that's why it was okay.
It was Trey
Like,
and Melissa. Queen Marge is in the back.
who, to be honest, I know this is a different show. Who really? Teresa and Melissa is so old. It's like, oh,
It's not Teresa at this point, though. It's really not, you guys. Melissa keep looking for any
Who you
reason to
yelling
fight
at?
with her. I'm raising my voice, but I ain't yelling at nobody, baby. But I can yell at you if you want me to. But what I'm saying, but listen, and I said this. I said, Lord Jesus, it's 3 new girls on this show, and Melissa still want to fight with Teresa.
Okay, fight with somebody
that's
else.
the only person that's gonna fight with her because she's gonna be friending everybody else. That's why it's time for her to go. Her and Trey.
It's time for her to go. Oh no, not Teresa. Not Teresa. She's not gonna go there.
Teresa
But you
can be
know what
back as
though?
a
You know
friend.
what? We want to thank you guys for watching Miami. It's not gonna happen ever.
We're not
But
going to be here for this upcoming Potomac or Salt Lake City. We're taking a week's break for the holidays, and we'll be back the following week when the episodes will air. I know Potomac is not coming on this upcoming Monday. I mean, upcoming Sunday, and I think Salt Lake City is taking a break as well. So just check the channel.
Maybe he's on a long break.
Maybe
Honey.
took
Put him
his
on.
wig off, child. Let's get out of here, child. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me take mine off.
Well, it's time for us to lean out.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching.